I had no clue, you know what I'm saying, that this was Oz. Now, the first time I ever interacted with the Penguin was when I watched the Batman. You understand me? Now, at the time, y'all know how I felt about the Batman movie at its core. I didn't really get anything out of it, but maybe a year or two removed from the movie, I'm willing to accept. I wasn't harsh on it at all because I still didn't like the acting that much. I thought the atmosphere was really gloomy, even if it added to the overall effect of what Gotham was supposed to be. And I didn't feel like it was much to do, and I felt like it was very, very long, and I didn't take much away from it at all. But it was a good setup. But the one thing I took away from that movie was the Penguin. His performance had so much personality to it. He was like the one piece of color in an all black and white movie, if that makes sense. So when I saw him on screen, I was like, damn, we need more of that nigga. We need to see more of him. Not the Riddler. No, none of that. When I saw the Penguin, I was like, yes, that's that guy. We need more of his scenes. We need more of him in the movie. That's what I felt. Most fun was with him. That's what I felt like. So I had no clue that he was the person that was like emulating, you know what I'm saying, Penguin or Oz. I never knew till the Penguin show came out. Y'all were telling me about it. I knew I wasn't going to watch it because I'm like, yo, if it's attached to the Batman, probably not going to enjoy it like that. Just going to be honest. One day I tuned in, saw the first episode. Niggas getting capped. They're getting blown away in the first, 10 minutes of the episode. I'm like, bro, they doing it like, we're doing it like this for what? I know he just disrespected you crazy, but like in his own little warehouse type situation, just like that, just because he made you mad, I knew at that moment, yo, this got the potential to be one of Batman's biggest adversaries. And maybe this season or this series is supposed to be a setup for him in the next movie. You never know. Continue. And I saw, yo, who's that J. Cole looking ass? Who is that? Who's that guy? Heard his name was Vic. Big Vic in the spot. Big Vic in the building. You know what I'm saying? That was my guy. I'm looking at bro. I'm like, yo, you got a stutter. You Puerto Rican or whatever you are. Somebody could walk past, beat the shit out of you. You gonna probably cry. You are the perfect person to be in a league with a guy like Oz. Somebody who's as cold-hearted and menacing and ruthless as he is. You the perfect guy. I'm seeing a relationship between the mom. I'm like, okay, their relationship probably toxic. You don't know how toxic it is until you get later on into the episodes. I really like how in this show, they make him like an underdog, which he is, regardless of how you feel about him after episode 8. He is 100% an underdog through and through. As he's being described, as he's Sophia's driver, as he starts off, like he's 100% the underdog. Definitely the character that you are supposed to want to see progress, whether you think they're evil or not. You want to see his story continue. You want to see him reach his goal. For him to try to achieve what was supposed to be achieved in this series in a movie on the Batman, they wouldn't have been able to capture the essence of it. Yo, we need to see him reach his goals, because when I watched the Riddler in the Batman, even when the Riddler accomplished his mission, I felt like I wasn't satisfied. I didn't have any connection to the Riddler. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't give a fuck about the Riddler. I didn't care about him whatsoever. It's not even that I thought that the Riddler was a bitch. It's just that I felt like there was no payoff to us watching him throughout the entirety of the movie. Even him accomplishing his goal did nothing for me. I would have at least felt something in my heartstrings, but I didn't. Even when he got stopped, I still didn't feel nothing. The way they set up the Penguin, I want him to accomplish every goal because I want to see how the world around him is going to react to it. I want to see him complete all his missions, go through all his aspirations, because he's that compelling of a character to me. I don't want him to win. I want him to pay. But I still need to see the world where he is at the top. They have you following him at the perfect point. They give him cutscenes and flashbacks at the perfect point. They give him character interactions at the perfect point. But then there's other characters to look after too. One being Sophia. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. At first, I felt like, oh man, this is about to be another character that's gonna get introduced, and she's supposed to be the crazy lady, and she's connected to a really ruthless family, and oh my God, I guess she's scary. But they really did her dirty. They really did my girl. I do love that there's a parallel too between Oz and Sophia, as they've both either betrayed or been betrayed by someone extremely close. Oz being the person that did what he did to his brothers, but also being the same person that did what he did to Sophia's brother. Oz being the person that lied to his mother about what happened to her sons. But at the same time, Sophia being the person who was underneath her father, who lied about what happened to her mother. I felt like there were so many things that they could have connected on, but they also would not have respected from one another, at least on Sophia's part. I feel like once Sophia got to a certain part of the show, she started to realize, yo, I ain't got shit on this nigga Oz. Oz low-key might be worse than my father. It's so many things that you don't kind of get to the realization of until closer to the end of the show, when you're supposed to make the decision over whether or not to still be on Oz's side. In the beginning, I'm like, yo, this my guy. I like bro for real. I do. I like him. He cool people. Even though he be doing some fucked up shit, like, I respect him. But then he kept doing some more shit. And then they showed that he was willing to be in contact and close proximity with Sophia despite the connection they had in the past and him already doing her dirty. I'm thinking, yo, these two about to start kind of a romantic relationship. And I'm like, bro, you can't do that because you did what you did to her brother in the beginning series, like in the beginning episode. You can't do that. I'm not that heartless. You creating all these deals with people, you getting people's family split up. You gonna do my mans like this? The dude that he was just in prison? You just gave him the ring off bro finger out of respect. Is all this just for yourself? Last couple episodes of this series, I don't think I've had a bigger 180 on a character in a minute. And the worst part I think about Oz as a character is that he doesn't have a villain origin story. Since day one, he was a menace with no motivation for being said menace. He just was the villain. Everything was out of self-interest, out of self-motivation, out of preservation of his goals. The whole spiel that he gave to his mother about, oh, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna put you in the penthouse. I'm gonna put you up top. All those speeches from the beginning, flashbacks where we see him talking about how he's gonna take care of her when she's in that crib, in the penthouse, in the last scenes and she drops a tear. I'm thinking to myself, this nigga misinterpreted the whole thing. He's saying it's everything you wanted. Nigga, she's your prisoner. She's around for your feelings. You don't give a fuck about her. Sophia had her finger in the hole, about to cut it off just because he wouldn't tell the truth and he was still about to let it go. He would have let his mother die maybe, believing that he didn't do what he did. And even after his mom confessed that she already knew, his mom stabbed him in the gut. She said, I never want to see you again. She said, I tried to have you whacked. He still carried her away and had her in a hospital bed and was talking to her after Vic saved him. Like everything was all good. Like he's still the good son. Like he did something fantastic. Brother, did you know that I can see you? He don't care about nobody. The ending scene where he's got his woman coming out, her hair's in the same style as his mom, wearing the same dress. It's so demented. You don't really see that. Even though there are small hints and noodles dropped within the show up until the finale to let you know he's really not he's a piece of shit. But you kind of justify it in your head because it's not happening to any of the main crew. He didn't do it to his mom, so he's still redeemable. He didn't do it to Vic, so he's still redeemable. He still at least tries to talk to Sophia, so he's still redeemable. My nigga Vic. You know, I thought that Vic and Oz were probably going to come to a distance at some point because Oz wouldn't even admit to what his mom was angry at him for. When Vic asked him why he thought his mom wouldn't forgive him, he wouldn't say. He won't even be honest and transparent with the full person that he is to his right-hand man. So this isn't a relationship that you can continue. I'm knowing that when the scene is on. I'm knowing that. I'm knowing that when he says, I don't think I could take you with me on this one, Vic. I'm knowing that, all right, y'all probably gonna have to split off. You get Vic a package or something. You tell him to get away from you. You know what I'm saying? Because realistically, like, bro don't deserve it. He been there with you, did everything you asked him to do. You know, did shit that he didn't ask you to do. For more than just you, but for also your mom. The niggas start choking him out. This man you advocated for. You stood up for him at dinner when people were rushing him to get through his sentences because of his stutter. You tried to help motivate him to have more confidence and more finesse within himself. What was the purpose of it all? Was it just for your own benefit? Was it just so that he would be more effective in conversation to be beneficial to you? Was it just so that he would develop a spine to be a better soldier for you? He choked him out in some J's. I think he was wearing J's. He got choked out in J's and left for dead on the side of a hospital. Vic, who had been there since episode 1 as his little henchman, creative mind, saving his life, his mom's life multiple times, choked him out and left him for dead. Then the nigga had the nerve, after he choked him out, took his wallet and the money out of it, dropped his ID card and threw it in the water and walked away in the pent heezy with his mom and his bitch. There's a part of me that looks at the scene where he took the wallet as unnecessary. When Vic said, "Your family" to me, he knew at that exact moment. I still don't know why Vic saying "you family" to me triggered him, but I feel like the taking of the wallet was just unnecessary. For the sake of the show, I feel like some conflict, some deeper conflict over what he was about to do to Vic should have been displayed. Maybe even some sloppiness on the kill, some struggle to determine whether or not he was really gonna do what he was gonna do. Maybe he didn't care about Vic like that at all. I mean, he didn't struggle when it came to his brothers. A portion of that might be, he was younger. He didn't know the full impact that this will have in the long run, so he just made a rash decision and stuck with it. He was a kid. But you a full-grown man. You know the consequences of death. I'm taking the money out the wallet. He did care about him. That's why he killed him. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying he didn't care about Vic. What I'm saying is a struggle over whether or not he should kill Vic in the moment, I feel like would have been better displayed. It came as a bigger shock to the audience than it did to Vic. Because for Vic, the betrayal lasted a total of 15 to 20 seconds. I feel like if they would have illustrated the betrayal a little bit longer, it would have hit much worse and made him a much more hateable character, which I think could have been beneficial for the show. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they should have stretched that out a little bit more and probably had him mull over whether or not he was gonna do what he's about to do. Maybe he ends up inviting Vic, or they go to another spot. He say, "Pull off right here." And then he got his gun on him, and Vic start begging for his life. You know how old boy did on The Wire, where he was begging Bodie not to kill him. I think that would have been crazy. I probably would have cried. I probably would have cried for Vic. It would have meant way more. Yeah, Wallace off The Wire. It would have meant way more if they'd have done some shit like that. He's the most hateable character in the franchise right now. What you think of the letter that Sophia said? Wasn't that from Selena? They're obviously all gonna play a part in part 2 of the Batman, obviously. I don't know what's on the letter. They did say, like, I don't know what's on the letter, to be honest. I don't have a clue. My brain didn't go that far. The rumors that the next show is Catwoman's TV show. I would rather her be cameo, because it's her acting, bro. it's not compelling enough to draw out a reaction or emotion out of me. But maybe she's gonna get way better in part 2. You never know. That's why I gotta wait. I just hope that the part 2 movie success isn't contingent upon whether or not Zoe Kravitz can get into her acting bag. How you feel about the Batman not being mentioned at all throughout the series to the final signal? I think that's fire. Because he literally says in the ending scene, "Nothing is in my way," or at least Oz's woman, I think, says, "Now there's nothing standing in your way," and then the bat signal appears. I thought that was perfect. This is your next obstacle, bitch. And if you thought you wouldn't have to answer for all the shit that his absence has allowed you to do, this is gonna be your next biggest threat. right here. You don't really look at the Penguin as a villain for real until the last few episodes. The last few episodes like repaint him as like a ruthless, evil nigga. Like, you no longer somebody that I'm supposed to identify with or even feel sympathy for. Like, I'm just seeing you develop, and I don't like it. I'm kind of just seeing the behind the scenes of somebody that I really don't fuck with no more, and all the shit that the Batman is ultimately gonna have to come to contact with and understand about you. Like, you not somebody to be reasoned with. You a snake. You dirty. You play mad dirty. You play mad dirty. He was a dog from the start. I understand he was a dog from the start, but he was somebody that you could be sympathetic to because his story started from a place that was more common. He was working towards something. He was dealing with people that were above him, talking crazy to him. Everybody can identify with that. But now he's the top making decisions that are worse for his own people than what he had to deal with. I watched you become a bigger demon than the people that you were killing. There's some moments, especially earlier on, that I felt like take me out of the immersion of the show wanting to be this mafia-esque crime show that you're supposed to take really seriously. Because there's some times where it's like, nigga, that don't make no fucking sense, or that's goofy. Like, the body being driven in the trunk to Sophia as she's carving him up, and he's somehow allowed to break free afterwards, and they trust him now enough to do business with. Okay, cool. Where he, I guess, drives his car to a certain point while he's being chased, and then he gets out and he's wrestling dudes for their guns despite having a weak leg. He wrestles I forgot the other dude's name, with the big dude with the white hair. Like that, like, bro, he just happens to have a fucking heart attack right at that moment and fall to his demise. Like, nigga, I guess maybe that was a plot point and I just didn't realize it, or I didn't know. I don't know. The part where Sophia, which makes sense, I guess, for her not to leave, but she completely botches like every interaction that she's in when it comes to Oz. Saul was his name. Like, how she allowed the mom not only to start roaming free and get up out of the chair that she was just trapped in, walk over to Oz, him somehow break free from the chair he was tied to, and take the gun that the guy that was supposed to put him back in it, like, and then he starts shooting back. She can't make a shot to save her life. She somehow gets tricked into going to go pick up Oz, knowing how conniving and sneaky the nigga can be. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Why would she do that? It completely nullifies and breaks up how careful and crafted she had been up through the series up until that point, despite being quote-unquote mentally unstable. Like, it completely nullified all of that. Why would she go and meet with people that Oz has had a closer relationship with than she has? Going to go meet up with the people that he knows, I guess they don't have a bigger interest in serving him than they do you. She fumbled throughout the series. That's fair. That's fair. But I felt like unnecessarily, especially with the backstory to her character that we got. I felt like, bro, she's a bigger component than this. She's smarter than this. She's more aware than this. Like, we're playing her up as a big villain too. Like, why is she kidnapping niggas instead of leaving them for dead? I get it too. That's really not her story. She's not really ruthless for real. But she murdered her whole fucking family. Granted, they did do her wrong. They did do her wrong. They betrayed her, outcasted her, treated her like she was the plague. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense for her to be the most hostile to them. But Oz also did you dirty. Betrayed you, put you in the asylum, or ratted you out. How you keep falling for this, I don't get it. The mom, letting the mom go free thing really blew me. I'm gonna be honest with you. That blew me. Especially after the nigga killed your brother. Somebody that you never really had a problem with. You had love for your bro. Your bro might have been a drug addict, but he still loved you, and you knew he loved you. How did you let his mom free? How did you let him recapture her? Why she didn't have a bullet in her head while Oz was talking to her, I don't know. And she fucked up that kid. You're right. She possibly made an authentic Sophia. Giving her a kiss on the head and leaving her in the kid's shelter like, yeah, nigga, you gonna be good. I saved you, really. Like, low-key, I saved you. Huh? What do you mean? Outside of that, there wasn't really many characters to follow in the series. But the ones that you do end up following, you know what I'm saying, they take up a large portion, justifiably so. You feel me? He wanted his mom to tell him that she hates him because Oz has nothing that can hurt him. Obviously. But if you are the same person that knows that he killed his brothers, why do you think that, you know what I'm saying, anything really could hurt him outside of, like, I know you want to hurt him, but you got to be a little bit more creative than hostages and truths. This is the same guy that was lying to your face about killing your brother and was willing to work with you and go into full business mode until you found out. What are we doing, Sophia? Like, use your brain. Think a little bit. But those are the only parts that break me out of the immersion of them wanting this to be like a serious crime show. The goofy superhero, super villainous shit that happens from time to time. You know what I mean? And I get they're gonna have that. It's the show that I'm watching. But sometimes they do a good enough job to make you forget. They do a good enough job to make you forget the series that you are attached to. You know what I mean? I feel like they killed Vic off too quick. He has so much character development left. I agree. I don't think Vic should have got away, but I would have liked to see that scene play out. I think it worked for recontextualizing Oz and making him be despicable, even though he already was at that point, but making him irredeemable. Thing is, where will Vic's character go after the show? I think his character arc was done. I get what you're saying, because there's no way that he can develop any further instead of being directly attached to Oz. And I don't see a realm or room of possibility where he's a challenge for or contending with Batman as he returns. I don't. So at some point he would have gotten himself into trouble. And I don't think he was ruthless enough, even though he got one body that he kind of had to be forced into taking. I don't think he was ruthless enough to really do anything major. Especially when Oz would refuse to tell him the type of person he truly was. So I still think Vic had enough morals to maybe at some point tell Oz that he was wrong. Not that I think that's why Oz killed him, but rather kill him off early than have him linger around in another season where he's ultimately not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? That's how characters end up just sitting around. You got to do something with him. So I'd rather them take him out now and him not, you know what I'm saying, be that character that's just walking around aimlessly in the next season if they had one, or in the movie and he's just like, oh, I'm just kind of here. I'm Vic's. I'm Oz's head man. I'm his best man. I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not doing shit. But as far as the show is concerned, good job. I enjoyed the series. Had no clue it was gonna come out or if they were even doing this little, you know, character arc spin series where we get this information. Despite how I felt about the Batman, it doesn't matter. It don't matter how I felt about the Batman. I'm going to see the second movie, no matter what.
Too fucking much. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Think a bitch. Imagine me getting choked out in front of a fucking hospital by this fat ass, no walking ass nigga, bro. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Vic, L, bro. I'm sorry. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. You not doing, bro. Stop. Once again, Looney Tunes ass death. Oz Strong, I don't give a fuck. I'm not choked out in front of a hospital to a nigga that's got one arm around the back of my head and another arm on my neck. Like, I can't just put my hand in between his fucking arm and force out with both. Nigga, please. It's a kid. The nigga's 20. He's fucking 20. What are you talking about? A kid. This kid is a fucking college freshman. You better take his leg out of his fucking socket. What are you talking about? A child. I'm grabbing nuts. His dick is right there, Vic. Are you stupid? I know you got a knife on you. You've been with Vic. You've been with Oz the whole show. You still ain't got a weapon on you? You said I'm victim blaming. Yes. You know the nigga that you with. You need to be strapped or weaponed up at all times. Why are you around Oz without a weapon at this point? At this stage in y'all relationship? What's going on? Even if you don't see the betrayal coming, you got something on you. This is crazy. This is crazy. At this point in the show, this is crazy. Nigga said I'm Victor blaming. 17 in the show. This nigga started, this nigga intro stealing cars. Vic, I'm sorry you had to go, bro. I am. I'm sorry you had to go. Oz, you not getting that off. On God, you not getting that off.